Hi, I'm making this video for the fathers and men that are ex-felons bill. This group and this bill is designed to help men have the right to be able to live in their communities. Now more than ever, we're seeing men being denied access to HUD housing and even the right to even live in their own ghettos due to the crime-free housing initiative, which is operating in 40 states in America. So now men that are getting out of prison are being denied access to their own ghettos. So where do these men go? They're not going to go to an SRO or a homeless shelter. They're going to commit more crimes. See, if you have a girlfriend and kids, you're not going to want to live with 6, 7, 8 guys in a house. And that's what's going on for the majority of men now that are ex-felons. And now many men with degrees are having to undergo those same circumstances, living in very crowded houses and apartments. That's truly no way to live. You truly cannot have a healthy sex life or truly even be yourself. It's no wonder why men are losing their masculinity, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm gay myself, but I like to box, I like to hunt, and do things that are manly. You don't have to be gay and say, hey, you have to be like, you're a girl. And there's nothing wrong with being gay or being girl or whatever. I don't want no one to take offense. But I'm seeing now men that are truly not born gay. The majority of men are truly not born gay. They're being transformed to be something and someone that they're not even made to be. So it's pretty much due to social circumstances. So we're seeing men that are filling up clubs and they're not even they can't even afford to buy a girl a drink and don't even feel comfortable as a man because they can't do anything that's manly. So they're just going to hang out. The situation has to change. It's disrespectful towards our men. We're seeing it in Libya, Rome, Italy. We're seeing people saying, look, enough's enough. We're grown men. We can't work and live in our communities. What's going on here? There's a tremendous amount of condos, apartments, trailers that are empty in America. And there's men that actually can afford to rent them, fix them up, and improve them so that they can actually make some money on them. But many of these men are being denied access to these homes. They cannot get no lease with an option to buy or anything. Currently in America, 65 million men have a felony on their record, and the majority of these men have children. So the situation is getting out of control. We have a lot of families breaking up. We're going to experience a tremendous amount of riots and even a lot more other social problems that I don't even want to say because I just know it's what's going to happen. Anytime you have tens of millions of men that cannot even live in their own ghettos, police, law enforcement, they're not going to be of no use when people start traveling, going nuts throughout the country because it's going to happen. It's not going to happen like the next couple months, but I'd say the next couple years at the pace that we're going and from watching all the sectors of government, law enforcement, uh, departments in the state, all these tax cuts, people are going to lose their mind. People are going to go crazy, and we're going to see a tremendous amount of problems like never before in history here in America and throughout the world. And we're already seeing what poverty and what's going on when we deny our men access to housing and even jobs. We have men right now that are sleeping on the streets of America that have fought and served for this country. We have more homeless vets on the street right now than we do convicted felons. It's pretty sad. We have men that can go to work, but they cannot live in their ghetto. But some girl that was 17, 18 years old can pop a baby out and instantly get housing from the government, but our men cannot. So the situation has to change. It's not disrespectful. It's extremely disrespectful, and it has to change for men and women. So fathers can have access to their families and be able to raise their kids and be there. The crime-free housing initiative is going to force millions of more men into prison. Uh, felons do not believe in homelessness. If they did, they wouldn't be committing crimes and selling drugs. There's too many houses, too many jobs. People say there's a shortage of jobs. Daily labor is in every city in America, but no one does it because why? The crowd you got to deal with, and not just that, you've worked and you're just working to eat because you cannot get in a motel room. And I'm not going to work just to eat. There's too many hogs and deers and guns out here, to go hunting and to be able to eat something. If I wanted to work to eat, I'd be in the woods. So I'm a human being. I'm out here to work and to partake in the economy, to be a productive citizen, to provide for myself, and to have a healthy sex life and to live my life. If I couldn't, there would be no reason to live. So, so the situation has to change. Men are not asking no more; they're demanding that they have the right to work and live in their communities. We're seeing it all over the world, and it hasn't even started. When we start to see serious job losses and stuff, and we start seeing men lashing out, that's when people will realize that what's going on is wrong and disrespectful, and it will eventually change. It's inevitable that it will change it because it has to change because it's going to be extremely evident through protests and through people seeing all these men and women fall in the streets that people are going to say, look, we can't take care of our kids, our fathers can't be there, we got our men with diplomas and degrees, they can't even be men, you know? It's going to have to change. So I think those that have supported the fathers and men that are ex-felons bill, say yes to justice, say yes to truth, say yes to men that have made some mistakes and need access to housing. Say yes to it. Don't call yourself a Christian or spiritualist and then deny families and men with felony records access to housing. Call yourself a scumbag. You can't tell me you have the Holy Ghost in you, but you're going to deny tens of millions of men access to housing. That goes for people at work in these state capitol buildings. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to our representatives. I'm talking to anybody that wants to force millions of African American people, Latinos, and whites down further into poverty and back into prison. We all have a right to live here. I respect the laws of the land, and I want to continue to be productive, continue to be a light to those that are oppressed. And peace be with you.